Let me start my presentation about the latest news from Trieste Marine Terminal, the container terminal of the port of Trieste, but by showing you what we did last year. 2019 was definitely a record year for the container terminal of Trieste, both from the overall terminal volumes, where we did almost 700,000 TEUs in the total here, and also from the rail point of view, where we did a record by doing 200,000 TEUs by rail. Expectations for 2020 were definitely high, but then unfortunately the coronavirus came and brought to everyone new challenges. Let me say that one of the really main challenge for us, as also Borut before mentioned about copper, was definitely the introduction of safety measures, like the disinfection of the equipment between each shift. And this procedure of course takes time, but is necessary to prevent any contagious inside the terminal. But we definitely have to mitigate the impact of the time we are spending for the disinfection with the productivity, because the productivity don't have to go down at the terminal. If we see the volume trend during this year compared to 2019, the total volumes of the terminal are now almost the same compared to 2019. Let's say that after a first period of uncertainty where we faced a volumes decrease, we started to recover, and at the end of November, as you can see, we are almost at this, we overcome the last year performance, and overall we have almost the same level of 2019. So this year we forecast to, let's say, to close the year with +1 or +0, let's say at least at the same level, which is definitely a great goal. From the rail point of view, the drop of the volumes was definitely higher, especially as you can see during the second quarter, when the market was dominated by uncertainty, and where we suffered also the combination of the Chinese and Europeans lockdown. However, from quarter three, we started to see, let's say, the increase of the volumes, even if still under the level of 2019, but finally in fourth quarter we overcome the past year. Overall, in 2019 compared to 2018, we had a +20% in the rail volumes, and for this year in 2020 we don't expect a plus, but approximately a -3% of the volumes, which is at the end a good result. Let's say in the terminal didn't stop to invest in new services. First of all, we maintained what we had last year, and then we focused this year in basically on the Austrian market, where we were already there with our intermodal services, but where we wanted to strengthen our position in the market. And we established direct block trains between Trieste, Wien and Linz, on top of the already existing connection between Salzburg. The aim for 2020 is to continue with this investment in the Austrian market and to add additional direct train and services for the market. The second new service is related to the Italian market that is not really our main market, even if we are an Italian terminal. In Italy, we reopened the service between Trieste and Padova, where let's say the service started with 2 trains and in a couple of months jumped to 5 trains regular per week round trip. Let's focus now on the Budapest service. Here, I must say that the drop of the volumes, especially from March until June, also to the several blank voyages of the Ocean Alliance, let's say that we saw a decrease of the volumes. Then, starting from July, volumes increased, but were still under the total volumes of 2019. Finally, in October, we overcome the last year volumes in the same month, and the expectation for 2021 are to, let's say, to recover all the volumes we had in 2019 and increase perhaps them by 5-6%. The service in this month runs smoothly. The routing, we maintain the routing via Austria, which was really a good choice we did in the past years. This routing guarantee us a transit time, an average transit time of 22 hours for our trains, which is in our opinion, a great goal. And so we will continue on this way, and hopefully we will recover what we had in the past. I would like to end my presentation by introducing now a very important activity for our container terminal. And as you saw in my first slide, I wrote Trieste Marine Terminal much more than a container terminal. This is true because since several years, TMT started to investing in this sector, in the project cargo sector, by upgrading the equipment and by dedicating a specific team for the break bulk quotation and handlings. As you can see, our main commodities, the main commodities we are handling goes from the wooden cases, from yachts, transformer, etc., etc. And in this year, despite the COVID situation, we were able to increase the number of shipments. And this is an activity where we will continue to invest. However, there is another terminal specialized not only in break bulk, but also in conventional cargo that belongs to the same group of Trieste Marine Terminal. The group is TEU Delta Group, and this company is the Compagnia Portuale di Monfalcone. One important thing, starting from last October, the Port of Monfalcone is under the jurisdiction of the Port Authority of Trieste. So this will enhance the already existing synergies between the two ports and will give to the customer additional opportunities. For this reason, I took the chance to share this stage with one of my colleagues. She is the sales and marketing manager of the Compagnia Portuale di Monfalcone, Mrs. Alexsandra Siviz, and she will introduce you what they are doing in the port, at the Compagnia Portuale di Monfalcone, and which opportunity you will have, you can have there. So, Alexsandra.
Well, good day, everybody, and it's a pleasure to be here. And I'd like to thank Carolina for suggesting that I do present Monfalcone, because even though we're very close, because it's only roughly 40 kilometers difference from between Trieste and Monfalcone, it's not a very publicized port. And not everybody knows about us. So I'm going to take the opportunity today to present Compagnia Portuale as well as the Port of Monfalcone. As Carolina mentioned, Compagnia Portuale has been part of the TEU Delta Group since 2008, and we've been offering stevedoring services for decades, and we're one of the largest and the oldest port operators in the Port of Monfalcone. One of the hang on a second, it's not moving. Okay, so it's basically, I want to present the fact that because of its geographical location, its infrastructure, and its intermodal transport network, it's a brief presentation to show you how valid this option is of utilizing our port for conventional and break bulk shipments. The Port of Monfalcone, as you can see, is the northernmost part of the Mediterranean, and it's on the main trade routes of the continent and is in a strategic position for southeastern Europe. Thanks to its excellent rail and road transport links, which we'll see in the next few slides, Monfalcone is one of the most effective ports in Europe for handling conventional cargo, as well as project cargo and cars. Okay, so Compagnia Portuale promotes solid working relationships with its clients. We're specialized in handling conventional cargo and break bulk. We handle almost 3 million tons of cargo per year, comprising of different steel products such as billets, slabs, HBI, pipes, wood pulp, and project and oversized cargo, as well as yachts. In our port area, we also obviously have all the facilities of bonded warehousing, and we offer all the different services that are associated with unloading and loading your ships. One of the strong points that we can offer is our professionalism and personalized service that we offer to our clients. We continually always invest in new equipment and vehicles to ensure that the port operations are improved and streamlined, as this obviously translates into economic benefits to our clients who avoid demurrage costs and logistical delays. We're continuously committed to guaranteeing the safety and security of our employees, and we've also adopted the ISO 9001 implementation. Here you can see in this particular photo, I don't know if you can see the arrows that I'm pointing to, we loaded 5 or 6 different yachts onto the ship that were all destined for America. The Port of Monfalcone, as you can see, has an approximate area of 700,000 square meters, and there's still room for expansion, as you can see behind, for future developments. We've got a quay of about 1,400 meters, and there's 9 berths with a maximum draft of about 11 meters. We're still waiting on the new levels to be taken by our port harbour master, because they've just done some maintenance work on the draft, so it should be go back to 11.5. We have 8 railway tracks in the port with 2 gates, 1 on each end of the port, and we're serviced by all the major rail companies with the national and international rail network, and we've got regular services with Rail Cargo Austria, Deutsche Bahn, and Mercitalia. And from the port, there's also direct access to the motorway for road transport. GPM also has a dedicated area within the port of 200,000 square metres, and we've also got an internal workshop for the maintenance of our vehicles, which is obviously not to be underestimated when you're unloading a ship and something happens to one of your vehicles, so they can usually be fixed on the spot. There's an additional 35,000 square metres that we have just outside the port entrance, which is owned by Compagnia Portuale, and we have an inland terminal and shunting yard of 40,000 square metres, less than a kilometre away. So this is the area that I'm talking about. There's 10 railway tracks. It's in a strategic position. It's super close to the port entrance because it's about 700 metres behind the port. It's close to the motorway entrance, and it can be used for a storage area as well as a shunting yard. Our workforce is efficient and flexible, and we maintain a premium fleet of port equipment and facilities and provide a full range of port services and integrated logistics. And we work closely with all our sister companies like TEU and TEU-Delta as well. So thanks to its geographical position and its excellent interconnections with the other modes of transport, Compagnia Portuale can respond efficiently and quickly to all the most varied logistical needs, ensuring a rapid transfer of our customers' products to the hinterland or other international destinations. And we obviously hope that we can be of service to you and any of your clients in the near future. And if you're in the area, we'd like to be able to host you so that you can visit the port and all of our facilities. Thanks for your attention, everyone, and for allowing me to present Compagnia Portuale.